here we have our favorite little gremlin and questionably green gun maniac, Rebecca. Also being from the Cyberpunk Edgerunners collab, aside from having arguably the most referenced and memed on death, she's my absolute favorite from the show. Her model is very detailed and the most expressive so far, so let's take a closer look. From the front, Rebecca is absolutely swallowed by her dark jacket. While she does have certain details underneath, which we'll have a look at later, she has her pigtails, her headgear, the tattoos, notably the phallic one, and her sneakers. From one side, Rebecca's hair goes out past her shoulders, while her jacket covers any details that could have peeked out from the front with the armorish pieces on it. From this side, we can also see she's one of the very, very rare characters that doesn't have heels. Which, let's be honest, is only because she doesn't have them in the show. From the back, it's much of the same with a high collar covering up the back of her head, which we'll take off later. Both of her pigtails, and aside the tattoo she has wrapped all around her leg, not much else. The last side doesn't have much, aside the start of the tattoo, and some different armor, so let's go back to the top. From the top, I think they executed Rebecca's chem skin quite well, using a complete color swap and matching accent colors to support it to not look weird in 3D. Her lips are a deep blue, which is sometimes visible in the anime, but definitely not this detailed, along with a light dust of purple around the eyes to subsidize the blush most characters have. Despite all this though, Rebecca does look way more cartoonish than Lucy. Aside the lines around her eyes and the metal tear duct due to very large eyelashes and the dark lining, her eyes kind of have that painted on look. Her eye whites are, well, not white, and the iris has the same effect as Lucy, meaning while they kept the same colors, green, pink, and red, they have way more detailed and highlight to fit more into Wua. She also has the other eyes in this one, for example when she communicates with Lucy, though I have to say they are a bit scary. Her mouth, just like Lucy, is also very detailed, which in her case makes a lot of sense. Why? Well, looking at her visual mesh, she has lots of presets for her very expressive and colorful nature. Many large-mouthed faces, smugness, and also parts that fit together with the basic visual mesh. It's kind of all in here. Rebecca has the rare full forehead showing, with her bangs being swept back into her two pigtails, which visually aren't really held by anything, since 9 out of 10 times the pigtails are viewed from behind her headpiece in the anime anyway, and I believe her references don't show any elastics or similar. I'm sure this was a conscious choice. Talking about her headpiece, it looks really fucking good in 3D. They've played around with different textures and weathering again, making the pointed headpiece and lots of her other accessories look really nice. Moving further down, instead of a collar, we are met with her tattoo, depicting what I believe is a skull going down her neck, with the teeth, nose, eyes, and some bones to the side, covering the front as well as the back if take off the jacket. Looking at the jacket, it's a dark blue with lots of big, puffy folds and detail. Personally, since Potential Woman I believe, they've been getting way better at making actual jackets or bigger shirts, mainly due to Lahairoi being a more modernish region and kind of requiring it with more loungewear. I believe we'll see more of this in the new Federation with like combat-ish clothing. Aside from the detail of the jacket, it also has a big collar, elastics with green lines, as well as lots of plastic-ish armor on the upper half. though I kind of want to call it carbon since someone pointed out Lucy's shoes might also be carbon. It has a special texture and is quite layered with 2 different variations on both of the arms. The armor itself seems to be kind of draped over, with the part at the back of the neck holding it together and up. It also has technical patterns on the collar and on the armor in general, which to my knowledge should move in game and we'll also see more of later. Removing the jacket for the arm, it doesn't have much special about it. Down here she has her chem skin, as well as her blue nails, and certain cybernetic implants. Now, I wouldn't do dissections if I also didn't look at her gloves. Or are these even gloves at this point? Punching, mechanical, you know what, let's just call them gloves. One red and one blue, probably to tell right and left apart, but I won't accuse her of missing any brain cells. They have a lot more scuff marks, dirt and general weathering all over, which is quite understandable since she beats the shit out of people with them. They have bigger black undergloves, so to say, with separate metal parts attached around the wrist, top and bottom of the hand, as well as suspiciously infinity glove looking lighting knuckles and finger. Notably too, it only has 4 fingers, or 3 fingers and 1 thumb. While we have her jacket removed, Becca is actually almost fully modeled aside from her elbow, featuring her iconic dark blue bra and underwear, as well as the pink sheep skull tattoo we see in the anime when she opens the door for David. The horns of this tattoo go around her sides to her back, which is also quite nicely detailed, with similarly jutting out shoulder blades to Lucy, though a lot less prominent as she doesn't show her back in the game, I believe. Moving further down, the rest of Rebecca is just legs, aside from her pink dick tattoo, with noticeably more cybernetic pattern on it, wrapping around her leg. There's nothing else here but nice knee and kneecap texturing for her chem skin. All the way down, we have her sneaker, with a very big front flap reaching above her ankles and a very low back. Her shoes are a deeper blue compared to her jacket, with similar green accents, a giant velcro or general strip to hold it down, and visible ankles at the back. The underside is white with a pattern underneath that I can't quite discern. Conscious perhaps. If you do recognize something here, please tell me down below. Also, unfortunately, even with her ankles being modeled down this deep into the shoe, she has no feet. As I mentioned in my Lucy dissection, I absolutely love Rebecca. Her attitude and her energy are just absolutely unmatched, despite the first member of her crew to go being her brother. Aside the details of the model, I also absolutely love they were able to let her swear and throw up a little middle finger even if it was censored. Next up is probably our dearest headmaster Lucilla. I hope you have lots of fun with the remainder of the collab and have a nice day. Bye bye.